everyone. Happy new moon in Leo. And I always say, and I've said this on my other shows, that a new moon is about beginnings. A full moon is about endings. A new moon is about beginnings. So this is really a special moon because Leo represents the child in us. It represents the heart. It represents actors on stage. It's ruled by the sun, so it's a lot of vitality. So when you think about these things, think about the star of your own show. And I kind of wrote down a little bit of tips, what you can kind of follow. And you want to ask yourself, what lights you up? What do you truly want to create? And set intentions around creative projects, visibility, confidence, romance. Maybe you're looking for a new partner. Leo, which is the 5th house, it's also your first child. So maybe you can have some type of special relationship or, do a special trip with your first child. And really, it's about joy. It's Leo energy equals solar confidence. It also governs the heart chakra. So it's ideal for aligning your energetic frequency with self-love and passion. So practices like red light therapy, sunbathing. And what I mean about sunbathing is not being out there all day. Being out there maybe 30 minutes would be a form of just getting some sun vitality. Sound healing can elevate you during this time. And I'm starting a new program called Vibrational Vitality, where I mix astrology with biohacking so you can be healthy on the inside and get to, that level of being where you want to be. So as far as the biohacking tip, it's about your mitochondrial energy. Confidence building supplements like CoQ10 and vitamin D are really, really good to do right now. And here are some things that you can watch out for. Shadow side of Leo is arrogance, drama. It's a great time to recalibrate your inner compass. Are you doing things for approval? Are you honoring your inner flame? Some other things, the new moon forms a trine around Sagittarius, so amplifying bold action and adventure. And really it's, are you ready to create things from the heart? Are you heart-centered? Is really, really big right now. And that is Leo energy. So tonight I would suggest going out and looking at this moon and really looking inside yourself and saying what it is that you want to create, what it is that you love, and really mean it. Put some passion and some vitality into it. So that's what I'm going to say about the new moon. We also have Mercury retrograde right now. So I don't know about you, but my electronics aren't working right. I seem to be always in kind of a rush and I just can't seem to get a lot done. So some tips for Mercury retrograde is to, give yourself plenty of extra time to get things done. Also, it's a time to revisit things. It's not a time to start something new. So pretty much wait till it's over, kind of have that detail and plan in place, before you start something brand new. If it's a project that you're already involved with, then it's okay. Then you can move forward, revisit, review it, make sure that it's what you want. that is really how to handle Mercury retrograde. But I think it's a very challenging one this time. Some are more challenging than the others. Than the Mercury retrogrades typically are 3 to 4 times every year. So it's just a plan to kind of slow down. Let's see, what else can I say tonight? Actually, tomorrow or next week, we have Uranus is going to go direct. So that'll be good. That'll kind of slow things down a little bit. It's been a pretty challenging year this year, I would say, with Uranus just going into Gemini earlier this month. Or happen. So, but anyway, just wanted to kind of give you a little some pointers. So, okay, we have Chris.
Hello.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So first of all, what I do is I am a evolutionary vibrational astrologer. I'm going to look at your chart from an evolutionary standpoint and really talk to you about what's going to get you to your highest level of consciousness. Do you have your birth time?
I think it's 1 a.m.
Okay, we can try it. We can try it with 1 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your birth date?
It's 5/3/83.
5/3/83, so May 3rd, 1983.
Yes.
Okay, 1 a.m. And city and state you were born?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to speak a little bit of astrology and tell you what it means. Looking at your chart, you're a south node in Sagittarius in the 12th house of Pisces, north node in Gemini in the 6th house. And I would say to you, south node in Sagittarius tends to be the eternal student. And it is in the 12th house. So 12th house is an unconscious house, meaning that you probably keep a lot to yourself, but you're really into finding out information, and never being quite sure if the information, having to kind of fact check it and, continue the journey. Almost think of the South Node is the energy that you come in with. It's almost like you're the philosopher. You're always trying to gather and disseminate knowledge and information. In this lifetime, it's not about that. It's communicating the knowledge that you already know. And it's in the 6th house. So it's really about doing this on a daily basis with your work, and really kind of, I would say too, listening to yourself intuitively and not having to always to second guess yourself, where is this right? Is this, do I have to check this again? And listening to that voice inside you. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it does.
I would say too, with a sun in the 4th house, your sun is where you shine, and it's really for you about family, and family doesn't always mean our biological family. It could mean our soul family. It could mean your family. You also have Chiron there. So Chiron's in Taurus. I don't know if early on or in some point in your life, if there was some issues with family or something that that's kind of still lingering, because sometimes Taurus feels stuck, and it's hard for
Yeah.
Taurus energy to change. Do you relate to that as well, or without, I
Yes.
know you don't want to go too personal. I know this is, I would also say another thing I see is you have Uranus. Uranus is the awakener. That's in the 11th house. I would say you have a pretty eclectic group of friends. Um, you know, it's not the regular kind of everyday average person doesn't excite you, you know?
That's true.
So, and I would say with the moon in the first house, you have a compassionate heart. I mean, it's in Capricorn, but usually people with the moon in the first heart, they're serious and responsible, and sometimes they can carry the world on their shoulders. Do you
Yes.
feel like that sometimes?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I would say, if just I know we have a few minutes left here, but the main thing I would say to you is you have a lot of spiritual energy, and don't hide from that. Listen to those voices, listen to that intuitive aspect of who you are inside, and I always say to people when they're like, well, you know, I don't know what the answer is. How do I do that? And so I do this form of muscle testing where I go into a room and I ask myself whatever I need to know. And the first answer that comes to mind is what I go with. Because then if I go back and forth and, I'll be more inclined to think and react with my ego. So I feel like I said, I think you have this intuitive aspect to you that's going to lead you down the right path that you need to find your happiness.